if you look at the part of the chain that you are observing, what is the reason that China just doesn't win by default, right? If they're producing all of the robots and you come up with the algorithms that make those robots super valuable, why don't they just win by default?
Yeah. So this is a very complex question. I'll start with the broader themes and then try to drill a little bit into the details. So one broader theme here is that if you want to have an economy where you get ahead by having a highly educated workforce, by having people that have high productivity, meaning that for each person's hour of work, lots of stuff gets done, automation is really, really good, because automation is what multiplies the amount of productivity that each person has. Again, same as like LLM coding tools.
Mm-hmm.
LLM coding tools amplify the productivity of a software engineer. Robots will amplify the productivity of basically everybody that is doing work. Now, that's kind of like a final state, like a desirable final state. Now, there's a lot of complexity in how you get to that state, how you make that an appealing journey to society, how you navigate the geopolitical dimension of that. Like all of that stuff is actually pretty complicated, and it requires making a number of really good decisions, good decisions about investing in a balanced robotics ecosystem, supporting both software innovation and hardware innovation. I don't think any of those are insurmountable problems. It just requires a degree of kind of long-term vision and the right kind of balance of investment. But what makes me really optimistic about this is that final state, that if I think we can all agree that in the United States we would like to have the kind of society where people are highly productive, where we have we have highly educated people doing high-value work,
right?
And because that end state seems to me very compatible with automation, with robotics, there's at some level there should be a lot of incentive to get to that state. And then from there, we have to like solve for like all the details that will help us get there. And that's not easy. Like I think there's a lot of like complicated decisions that need to be made in terms of private industry, in terms of investment, in terms of the political dimension. But I'm very optimistic about it because it's like it seems to me like the light at the end of the tunnel is kind of it's in the right direction.
I mean, I guess there's a different question, which is that if the value is sort of bottlenecked by hardware, and so you just need to produce more hardware, what is the path by which hundreds of millions of robots or billions of robots are being manufactured in the US or with allies? I don't know how to approach that question, but it seems like a different question than like, okay, well, what is the impact on like human wages or something?
So again, for the specifics of how we make that happen, I think that's a very long conversation that I'm probably not the most qualified to speak to. But I think that in terms of the ingredients, the ingredient here that I think is important is that robots help with physical things, physical work. And if producing robots is itself physical work, then getting really good at robotics should help with that.
Right.
It's a little circular, of course, and as with all circular things, you have to like kind of bootstrap it and try to get that engine going. But it seems like it is an easier problem to address than, for example, the problem of digital devices, where work goes into creating, computers, phones, etc., but the computers and phones don't themselves help with the work.
Right. If you enjoyed this clip, you can watch the full episode here and subscribe for more clips. Thanks.